Publicly released, June 13, 2022. May 27, 2022. Protest that requirement to possess Capability Maturity Model Integration Level 3 certification is unduly restrictive of competition is denied where the requirement is reasonably related to the agency's needs. Protest of requirement that offerors submit evidence of CMMI Level 3 certification at the time of proposal submission, rather than at the time of award or performance, is sustained where the requirement exceeds the agency's reasonable needs. Insight Technology Solutions protests the terms of a request for proposals issued by the Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement for Level 1 call center support services for the agency's Student and Exchange Visitor Program. Insight contends that the solicitation's requirement that the awardee possess a Capability Maturity Model Integration Level 3 certification at the time of award is unduly restrictive of competition. We sustain the protest. Insight first alleges that there is no reasonable basis for the agency to require a CMMI Level 3 or greater certification for this requirement. Insight objects to the agency's analysis of the certification levels at issue as vague and unsupported, arguing that the agency report contains no actual analysis of the necessity of CMMI Level 3 in the context of the current work. The agency responds that the CMMI certification requirement is not unduly restrictive of competition because it reasonably represents the agency's actual needs. The agency argues that CMMI Level 3 or greater certification is necessary because the call center requirement is constantly evolving and the PWS requires the contractor to recommend and participate in process improvements and system upgrades. In this regard, the agency maintains that CMMI Level 3 or greater certification results in higher quality identification and resolution of process issues when compared to Level 1 or Level 2. In sum, we see no basis to object to the agency's justification for the inclusion of the CMMI Level 3 or greater certification requirement. On this record, we find the agency's justification reasonable and the CMMI Level 3 or greater certification requirement to be reasonably necessary to meet the agency's needs. Accordingly, the protesters' disagreement does not render the agency's judgment unreasonable. As a result, we deny this ground of protest. The protester also contends that the RFP requirement for each offeror to demonstrate its CMMI certification at the time of proposal submission exceeds the agency's needs. In this regard, the protester argues that the agency has not demonstrated that it needs the superior management processes that CMMI Level 3 or greater certification allegedly ensures until contract performance. In its memorandum of law, the agency contends that requiring offerors to possess CMMI Level 3 or greater certification at the time of proposal submission is necessary here because the agency has to verify compliance with this material requirement and cannot risk not having the certifications at the time of award. The agency argues that not verifying certifications as of the time of proposal submission would put the agency at the mercy of a certification process and states without explanation that this could create uncertainty due to the uncertain timing for obtaining certification. In sum, the agency has not provided a reasonable basis to support requiring CMMI Level 3 or greater certification at the time of proposal submission. Accordingly, we sustain the protest that offerors possess a CMMI Level 3 or greater certification at the time of proposal submission here. We recommend that ICE review its needs, after conducting that review, amend the solicitation to allow offerors to provide CMMI Level 3 or greater certification at the time of award or performance, whichever best meets the agency's needs, and that ICE reopen the competition and allow offerors to submit new or revised proposals. The protest is sustained.